I do a lot of dishes. And my wife and I just work around the house. You know, we built a garden.
Kevin Costner finally gets his wish as estranged wife moves out. Kevin Costner's home is almost his again. Since filing for divorce in May, Christine Baumgartner and the renowned actor have been at loggerheads over their divorce settlement. Besides the child support drama, the former couple has been stuck in an odd situation over their living arrangement. While the on-screen god claimed that his ex-wife's refusal to vacate their previously shared residence had left him homeless, the 49-year-old alleged that he was kicking her and their kids out unfairly. However, it appears that the Yellowstone star and his estranged partner have made some progress, with the latter finally starting to move out of the mansion, even though she still lives on its grounds. Christine Baumgartner has started her relocation process ahead of court's deadline. Over the weekend, media outlets obtained images showing moving trucks leaving the stunning $145 million property she and her 3 children shared with the actor during their 18-year union into a smaller house. A source for People further confirmed that the handbag designer had relocated, stating, "Christine is following the legal advice per the prenup and is vacating the family house. She will stay at a smaller house on the property that's been used as a staff quarter." Still shedding light on the situation, the insider added that it was a temporary solution for the mother of 3 who is still looking for another house. As it turned out, she opted to remain in the area to not disrupt the kids' lives since they would be back at school in the fall with their friends. Christine is trying to keep everything as normal as possible. Her sole focus is the kids, the source further informed the publication. As the outlet shared, Baumgartner's relocation occurred just days before the legal deadline set by a judge earlier this month, ordering that she must vacate the premises by Monday, July 31st. She had initially requested that the court give her until August 31st to move out following the conclusion of a child support agreement. Additionally, Costner had requested that she vacate his Santa Barbara property by July 13th. Amid their back and forth, the Field of Dreams performer's ex offered a condition for her departure from the home. She asked that her former husband agree to pay any support and fee orders determined by the court during their July 12th hearing. The Blast reported that Baumgartner explained in the docs filed that the Dances with Wolves actor expected her to rent a place without a financial plan in place. "However, I have our 3 children to think about. It is contrary to their best interests to commit to a rental that I may not be able to afford, particularly as that would ultimately lead to multiple relocations." The model, who reportedly caught her ex off guard with divorce papers, continued, "My goal has been and continues to be maintaining as much stability for our children as possible, which includes having the proper resources and plan in place so that I can establish a stable home for them, rather than making temporary and inconsistent housing arrangements." The Oscar award-winning star refuted his ex-wife's original child support request. Earlier this month, The Blast shared that the court temporarily approved Baumgartner's request to receive $129,755 monthly child support. In the court papers reviewed then, Judge Thomas Anderl mandated Costner to cough out an additional $200,000 in attorney's fees and $100,000 in forensic costs. The ex-couple, who filed for joint custody of their children, was ordered to pay 50% towards the kids' healthcare expenses, sports, and extracurricular activities. The docs then highlighted that these payments are expected to be made on the 1st of each month with credit for sums paid between July 1st and July 12th. In case you missed it, Baumgartner originally requested a monthly $248,000 child support or, in the alternative, at the guideline rate of $217,300 per month, payable on the first day of each month. She also asked that the Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves actor cover 100% of the children's private school tuition, extracurricular activities, sports, and healthcare expenses. Costner quickly refuted the suggestion, alleging that the nearly $250,000 allocation included over $100,000 attributed to Cat Bag Couture founder's cosmetic surgery fees, amongst other wasteful expenses. Kevin Costner's wife Christine moves, but it's not a clean break. What we know about her temporary living situation. Kevin Costner's estranged wife, Christine, has officially moved out of the family home, but she didn't land far. In a surprise move in the contentious divorce, the former handbag designer, 49, moved just minutes down the road to a second beachfront property owned by the Yellowstone star, 68. According to a People magazine source, the move, which occurred on Friday, photos obtained by multiple outlets showed, is a temporary solution until Christine can find a house in the area to be close to the couple's 3 children. Christine is following the legal advice per the prenup and is vacating the family house, the insider told the outlet. She will stay at a smaller house that was previously used as a staff quarter. This is a temporary solution. She is still looking for another house. She is staying in the area to not disrupt the kids' lives. They will be back at school in the fall with their friends. She is trying to keep everything as normal as possible. Her sole focus is the kids. What we know about Christine's temporary digs. The Academy Award winner has an extensive real estate portfolio. The couple has resided, with children Caden, 16, Hayes, 14, and Grace, 13, primary on a beachfront compound in a gated community in Carpinteria, California, which has been estimated to be worth at least $100 million. Kevin bought the Pacific-facing property in 1994, a decade before marrying Christine. Per their prenuptial agreement, Christine was to vacate the property, which has several houses, within 30 days of a divorce filing. It ended up taking a few months longer than that, and a judge ruling that she vacate the property by July 31st. But just down the road, Kevin owns another oceanfront property, which is where Christine is now temporarily staying. Kevin purchased that one, which features 2 small houses, a 500-foot private beach, equestrian facilities, and a baseball field, in 2006, when he was newly married to his second wife. It was one of the most expensive real estate transactions that year. The goal was for the couple to build their dream house. He had designed a large home, pool and guest house, but they ultimately never moved, settling in at the compound instead. We've gotten a glimpse of Christine's temporary home base in recent years because in 2017, Kevin listed the gorgeous property for $60 million. While the price was later dropped to $55 million, it didn't sell and he took it off the market. Kevin also showed the property in a house tour with Entertainment Tonight. It has 360-degree views of water and mountains. He said the kids go there after school to play soccer with their friends on the expansive fields. He built Christine her own garden, complete with Mommy's Garden sign, which he talked about painting himself. There are 2 houses on the 10-acre second property. The main house, on the water, is a 1942 home that is approximately 1,000 square feet. However, Christine is staying in more modern build further from the water. The house, which has a green roof, is about the same size, making it significantly smaller than their 4,860 square feet family home. That has a wooden deck around it with a grill. While Christine has stunning views of the water on one side, the other looks at a bunch of large storage containers that are housed on the ranch. Kevin said earlier this year that he mortgaged the property to pay for his Horizon film series. He added that his accountant had a F******ing conniption fit over his decision. What's next for the exes? After Christine filed for divorce from Kevin on May 1st, he paid her over $1.2 million, per his prenuptial agreement obligations, to use toward a new house. She resisted moving initially, but a judge implemented an August 31st deadline. When Christine finds a new house, Kevin, who has said he didn't want a divorce, will also pay the mortgage, taxes, and insurance for the first year. During their last divorce hearing, a judge ruled that Christine will receive $129,000 a month in temporary child support to keep the children in the lifestyle to which they are accustomed. While it is a hefty sum, it's less than the nearly $250,000 a month she wanted. Leading up to Christine's move, there was drama around what she was allowed to remove from the family home. Kevin, who's worth an estimated $200 million, took issue with what he felt was her vague request to take some pots and pans. She accused him of trying to smear her in the media, calling the pots and pans argument trivial. There is no mystery as to what I plan to remove, she wrote in a filing. Kevin will not be harmed by my removal of any of the items I have listed, and certainly not personal items such as my Peloton bike and family heirlooms. Last week, Kevin and their 3 children vacationed in Aspen, where he owns another sprawling compound, which is worth $250 million. The week before that, the kids were with Christine in Hawaii at a 5-star hotel. She was also accompanied on the trip by a friend of the former couple, Josh Connor. Next on the schedule in the bitter divorce is a November 22nd case management conference ahead of a November 27th hearing to determine the validity/enforceability of their prenup.